I'm going to go through and show you how to share labels between friends or other connections on Kenmonjo here. What I've got set up here is two different accounts that I go through and demonstrate this with. We have Batman and we have good old Superman over here. Now what we got going on is Batman wants to go through and create a label called Justice League, which he's going to go through and share with only members of the Justice League. Friends he'll go through and put into his group that he's already got defined for that. So as you saw, I went through, typed in the label name wanted, hit the add button, and it shows up in the list here. Click the little down arrow, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to adjust the security settings on it. So we're going to hit the little padlock, scroll down our list, and as you see, he's got several different groups defined, and the only ones we want to have any access to is people of the Justice League. So we're going to hit read content, they can create content, and heck, why not edit, delete it, read, and create comments, all that good stuff, because, well, they all trust each other. They're all happy-go-lucky people. So I close that out. And because we're here, let's make this a little bit interesting. Let's set a custom image icon on this, and we'll just set it to be a little computer screen. As you see over here, that changed icon there. Let's close out those label configuration windows. And when we go over to Superman, who is a member of the Justice League, he'll go through and get an actual email telling him basically the same thing right here. He was given access to a label in Batman's profile. Would you like to view the label? He can click the link in the email and it'll take him right over to the label for the Justice League that Batman set up. And that's all fine and dandy. He can also go directly to Batman's profile. He'll see the link for the label there, and anything posted there, he'll be able to read it. Now, let's say he wants to go through and actually store this label in another label of his. This is kind of a unique concept. It might be a little bit difficult to comprehend at first, but let's go ahead and take a look here. In Superman's home page, his own profile page, you see he's got a couple labels already configured, but he has this Justice League one here, JLA he calls it. But Batman, if we go over to Batman and we look at Superman's profile, we don't see that. Obviously, the good old Superman isn't so trusting of the Batman one way or the other. So let's go ahead and try and integrate Superman's Justice League label with Batman's. So what Superman wants to do is pull all that content that's coming from Batman's Justice League label and put into his. But he doesn't want Batman to see this label. So he can go over to his View Shared Labels. And as you can see, Batman shows up, as does everything else that he has access to. And there's the Justice League label that was shared with him. If he hits Add Source next to that, and you can also do this on any label by clicking in the Options button up the top right corner, he can go through and make this a source for any label he wants. So since he wants to go through and put all of his Justice League stuff in one of his little private folders, just checks that, hits OK, and then when he goes over to his JLA folder, it's still private for him. Anything he posts in here, this is my private JLA folder, no one else can see it. because sometimes Superman has a fit where he types in all uppercase. So you can post something in there, nice and private. Batman goes over, looks at Superman's profile here. He doesn't see the JLA folder at all. Doesn't show up. He has no idea it even exists. He goes over into his Justice League folder. He can post that the Justice League is the best thing ever. It shows up in his Justice League folder. You don't see the post for Superman that he made, because the one Superman made is in his own private JLA folder. But when Superman comes back, hits his JLA folder, he sees the post that Batman made, sees his own private post, and that way he can see the combined feed of his own private information and the content that was shared with him with Batman. So this is one of the nifty little features of Kenmonjo, the ability to go through and share your labels between users, between your connections, and not have someone else see it. So hope that goes through and explains how our label system works for you a little bit better. And as always, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe to our videos, and of course sign up on Kenmonjo and take part of all this nice nifty features we're going through and writing up for you. So until next time, take care.